Yeah. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Not So Pro Fantasy Football Talk. We just got hit with some ginormous news today, game changing, league changing news, and we are here to help you guys out if you have any fantasy questions for week seven. Well, it is just me today, so bear with me. Hit me up with some questions. We're going to be answering every single one of them. And as always, if you guys want some extra help, we have a Discord. So join our Discord, ask us questions there. We will get to every single one of them. And we are doing a giveaway. Yes, this little Darren Bland autographed mini helmet right here. We're giving this puppy away absolutely free. All you have to do is make sure you are subscribed here on this channel and comment done on our most recent YouTube short. Or you know what, if you comment done here, I'll mark your name down, I'll write it up, so don't worry about that. We already got some of you guys in here. We got Dizzo over here, says Dizzo is ready. Let's go, man. Liam's having a kick out there. What's going on, Liam? Appreciate you coming out here live. Thank you so much for being part of the NSP Gold Member League. First question. All right, we're already going at it. Says Dante Foreman, JSN, or Joshua Downs in the flex position this week. Man, it's a half PPR league, so I know a lot of people. I don't want to start Dante Foreman. We're still waiting on to finalize some news on Rashawn Johnson out there in Chicago. But JSN and Joshua Downs, I think I have to go with Joshua Downs over here. They are dealing with some injuries in the wide receiver core, but you see Joshua Downs getting the targets, and that's what I like the most. JSN, I do believe he is a great candidate to pick up for later on the season, but I just want to see a little more volume until he gets there. Now, he should be getting fully healthy coming soon, but I'll probably go Josh Downs if I was in your predicament over here, Liam. Seth, dude, what's going on? Says, do I do Garrett Wilson or Javante for Puka? Okay. This is kind of fun. This is a fun one, right? Because I like Puka. I don't think you should get fooled because I do feel like Puka has a lot of value for fantasy football. I see your later comment over here, full PPR. I do feel like Puka has a lot of value when it comes to fantasy football, but I view him as a mid-tier wide receiver 2 or a high-tier flex option for your team. And you're giving up both guys, Garrett Wilson, and if you have Javante, I know you're out there. You've been holding him. You've been wanting to see something out of what was promised of last year. I wouldn't do this trade personally. I like Garrett Wilson. I don't like the offense that he's in, but I like his production value. He gives off a lot of production value, especially the full PPR. I would slightly rank him slightly above Puka. They're around the same tier range for me. But if he's wanting that for Puka, I'll get a little more out of it. That's just my personal opinion. But I'm not hitting the panic button on Garrett Wilson. I don't think anyone should be hitting the panic button on Garrett Wilson right now. Like, honestly, if I just search up his stats right here, I'm going to do it right here on not Underdog Fantasy, but on Sleeper Fantasy. And it's not that bad if I could find them. Geez, like I said, it is only me today, so bear with me. We will get through this, and we'll get to every single question from you guys. I really don't know where I'm looking at. I think I have on my own team, so I'll search on him here. Oh, there he is. So for the past, he's been on and off, right? But you've seen him being consistently getting 14 points out there in a full PPR league, like week 1, 14, 2, 16. Then you had a slight drop off at 9, then 15, then 8, then 17. I don't view Puka getting 20-point games every single week. I think it's going to be determined on the defense that he's going up against. Oh, geez. What's up, Eric? How you doing, Big E? Appreciate you joining us here live. Seth also says, I'm 1-5 in a bipocalypse. Hey, man, a lot of people are going through that right now. So I totally understand. Especially, I was messaging one of our buddies on who's actually a subscriber here on one of our leagues because he is just hit with injuries. He's 1-5 as well. And then Kyron Williams just got placed on IR, and it's a horrible scenario for him. So I'm with you, but I would try to get a little bit more out of that trade than just Puka. I think they're in the same tier list, Puka and Garrett Wilson at this point in time. Um, Eric says, you think Adams is finally popping off? I think Adams is going to take a little while. I'm a little bit nervous on his production going forward because we did get the news with Jimmy G. He is out with injury. I mean, I tried. We all knew, right? We all knew Jimmy G was going to suffer through injuries. He's never played a healthy season. And supposedly, this is what I heard from some medical analysts out there, actually, a real doctor. Okay. I heard this from a real doctor who I follow, who's real into fantasy football. So, this is some legit, scenarios for Jimmy G. They said that it was a close call because they were worried about internal damage. Now, if that's the case, if they're saying it's a close call, more than likely they're talking about season ending. But if it is an internal injury, this guy's going to be missing some time. We haven't gone more into his injury, but this is huge, not just for Devontae Adams, but also for Myers as well. Huge fan of Myers here on the show. You guys know this. So do we think Adams is popping off? I think every week he should have the opportunity to, because he is the elite wide receiver and he's getting paid like one, and he's just a stud. So if you saw our most recent video, Devontae Adams does see 40% of every first glance of every single play. So he's out there. He should be getting some points in PPR leagues. If not, then like I said, Jimmy G just scares me. Cat for Life says, "Hey, bro. Hey, man. What's going on?" Says, "Just traded Ridley, Rice, and Jalen Warren for St. Brown, Barkley, and Derek Carr. Do I flip Barkley and Puka for Eckler? My running back one is ETN." Okay, first of all, how the heck, I was going to say another word, how the heck did you swindle this dude for this trade? Awesome for you, man. I'm so happy you got St. Brown on your team, and 100%. I'd go out there, I'd flip Barkley and Puka, because like I said, Puka for me is more trade value and a top tier flex option for me. But this is the point of time where you're going to start looking at your team and you're wanting to make it elite, right? You have a great team, or you have a good team, you're hoping to make the playoffs, or if you are positive in your rankings, then 100% you're trying to make elite moves, getting elite players on your team, and especially this is a full PPR. Eckler is just going to be a stud. He's going to get the passing targets and he's going to get the rushing attempts, especially in the red zone. 100% go out there and try to get Austin Eckler. Brandon, what's good, dude? Appreciate you joining here on the live stream. Thank you so much. Like I said, it is just me today, so let's fire it up with the comments, guys. I'm out here. I'm willing to be out here and answer every single comment. I don't. It doesn't matter how long it takes. We'll get to every single one of you guys. Cap says, "Do I drop Reynolds to pick up Henderson Jr.?" Okay, I'm not gonna jump the gun right now because Daryl Henderson, we did see McVay come out and be like, "Yeah, I love Henderson. He fits our scheme perfectly. We've worked with him before. He's able to run this offense." I get that, but right now it's kind of like I would view this game as a tryout game. Okay, if you absolutely don't need Reynolds, I would say I think you should drop Reynolds, right? But for Henderson, it's a tryout game. Like I said, you're going to have three other backs ahead of this guy. Each and every one of those backs, including Henderson, will get an opportunity to show out there in the field. Now, with Kyron Williams going on IR, this could potentially be a sleeper pick. I did pick him up in one of my leagues just in case that happens, but I am not willing to pick him up on every league just because I am not willing to drop some well-known players who have late season promise. If you're looking for production right now, I don't think Henderson's it. If Henderson does have a great game next week, he still won't be it. He's still going to be sharing the ball. Maybe the third week after that, he's going to have two really good productive games in order for him to be a valuable option for fantasy football. And then by then, you're going to have two games to trust him starting before Kyron Williams comes in at the very least. Brandon says, I'm on break right now. Hey, man, I appreciate you taking your time and deciding to spend it with us during your break. Thank you so much, man. Brandon says, what did you think about the last minute winning catch drop? I know I keep talking about it. It's just funny. Hey, man, I feel for the guy. You saw him go out in the sideline. Of course, he's talking about the Saints game where the tight end dropped the touchdown. I want to say game winning, right? But to keep the game going, just a game saving catch. And he did drop it. I saw him on the sideline. Kind of looked like he was crying. He was down. Hey, man, when it comes to those type of plays, you have to make them. They're trusting you. Their team, their back is up against the fence. I feel bad for the guy. It's just, man, it's so unfortunate for them. I was really hoping they'll come back and win. Even though if you did bet with NSP, if you watch our Thursday videos, we did bet the Jacksonville Jaguars on winning that game with the spread, which we did cover. So hopefully y'all won some money there. But yeah, very unfortunate. Hopefully they don't do anything drastic and cut him. Hopefully he can work it out. Liam says, I'm 1-5 with this team. What changes should I make? QBs are Purdy, T-Law. Wide receivers are Ayuk, Olave, DK, T. Higgins, and Ridley. Running backs are Eckler, Bijan, Saquon. Tight end is Hawkinson and Ertz. Wow, dude, it's really hard for me to believe that you're 1-5 with this team, Liam. This team I really do like, but I do see one key factor that is missing, and that is an elite player on actually an elite player on multiple ends, right? QBs, I like him, but Purdy, he's only going to be seeing around 15 points a game on average, right? You're not going to see that 20, 30-point game from him. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. You could potentially see 20-point games. I know he had a great week or a great game on Thursday, but those are the guys, but it's really hard to go with quarterbacks this season. So I don't mind your quarterback room. Ayuk, I absolutely love. Olave, everyone's getting frustrated with him. I understand. And DK, he's a consistent dude. Me personally, I'd try to package up some T. Higgins and Olave to get someone who is elite. I'm not saying go out there and get Justin Jefferson because right now you're 1-5 and you need a win right now. Your running backs, I absolutely love. You have Eckler, Bijan, Saquon. You're talking about the dudes that get heavily involved in the target game. If you saw our last video, I said last game Bijan had 8 targets. 8 targets. Who is he? Christian McCaffrey? I absolutely love that running back field. And tight ends, I do feel like you could go out there and upgrade them. So I would definitely try to package up Olave and T. Higgins to go out there. If you don't feel comfortable with T. Higgins, then do Olave and DK. But I just love the consistency that DK offers. That's what I would do there. I just feel like you're one elite player away from start racking up some dubs. Let's continue on with the comments. Thank you guys so much for the comments. Keep it coming. Like I said, we will answer every single one of them. Someone offered me Mike Evans for Joe Mixon and then did another trade for Mike Evans for Breece Hall. What do you think? I like Mike Evans. If you're a fan of the show, you know that I'm a big fan of him. I think he's going to be consistent. I hope he doesn't get traded midseason, but I man, they're valuing Mike Evans pretty high here because I like Joe Mixon a lot. He's the bell cow of that running back room for the Bengals, and Breece Hall is just going to tear it up. For me, I wouldn't have made those trades for Mike Evans. I like Mike Evans a lot, but that's a flex position guy. That should not be a wide receiver 1 or a wide receiver 2. He is a flex position guy, low end wide receiver 2 at best. Dizzle says, AJ, what it do, baby? I freaking love it, man. Thanks for coming up, man. AJ, full PPR. I'm reading this next. I'm going to jump ahead. He says, AJ, that chain is so icy. Honestly, I usually wear around a couple of chains. I try not to, just because we do have some haters out here. Like, I do have my Cuban that I tend to wear from time to time in our live videos. And then I also have my 49er pendant right there. Yes, that is 100% white gold on that Niner pendant. I don't know if y'all can see it very well, but these I got to owe to my sister. Appreciate her so much. She gifted me these for Christmas, actually. So big shout out to her. For you, man. I think I want to wear my little Cuban. But let's get back to your question over here. It says, AJ, full PPR, London or Addison? My small, intense gut says, oh, sorry, I got to read in your voice, right? AJ, full PPR, London or Addison? My small intestine gut says London, but I want Addison because it's a Monday night football game and I like to have something going. Hey, man, this week I'm a little bit nervous about Addison, and the only reason is because I'm going up against Addison. London has had two back to back games of just going off, right? But are we really just going to be trusting Ritter going forward? I don't know, man. I wouldn't do so. Honestly, I'd go Addison, trusting your gut into your small intestine and go with Addison. I can't get this clip going. There it is. But there you go. Just for you, man. I put my Cuban on. Brandon says, I'm 2-4 with this team. What changes should I make? He has Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Chris Godwin, Bijan Robinson, Rashad White, George Kittle, Tucker, and the Bucks defense. Okay, I'm not too crazy about it. I like how you start off Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, Bijan Robinson. I love that. I think you meant Rashad White. I like the volume that he gets, but he just hasn't been producing. So I'm starting to lose love for the guy, but I still want him on my team. You go out there, you go upgrade the George Kittle position, man. He's just going to be so inconsistent for your team. I love George Kittle, but for fantasy purposes, I never draft him. And you could ask anyone who's in the leagues with me, I never draft George Kittle. Love the guy, but not for fantasy. I'll go out there and try to get a better tight end. And also, try to reamp that wide receiver room. I like Godwin, but let's get a awesome flex guy. At best, Rashad White should be your flex guy, but if he's in your starting roster, I think that should be a little worrisome. Go out there and get another tight end or wide receiver two or running back two, one of those guys, and you'd be pretty solid. Starting to make more bets for Sunday. What should I look at first? I think you should go out and look at I was just looking at this a little earlier. Too bad Vince is not here. Vince is our bet guy for NSP, and he's really good at it. He wins money every single week. So if you guys haven't yet, join our Discord. We answer fantasy questions, and Vincent puts out his bets every single week, and he's been hitting every single week. One of those guys that I really want to look at is probably like Aaron Jones. Look at Aaron Jones and see what his rushing attempts are, his yardage are, because right now they still have him as questionable. And in my not so pro opinion, I do believe he'll go out there fully healthy and just tear up that field. At least I need him to for all of my fantasy leagues. Mr. Prune, what's going on, Mr. Prune? Says trade away Addison and Mondre for Josh Jacobs. How are you feeling about this? Hey, man, Addison, once JJ gets back, he is the wide receiver too, and he's, a decent one at that. And Ramondre Stevenson, he's sharing that backfield 50-50 with Ezekiel Elliott, which makes no sense whatsoever in a very poor offense with a very poor QB. Sorry excuse for QB, if you ask me, but I absolutely love this trade. You get the bell cow of that team who may start to rely on Josh Jacobs a little heavily just because of Jimmy G being injured. So I absolutely love this. You are the absolute GOAT. Go out there, go grab some Chick-fil-A. You earned it, brother. Cap for Life says, bro, don't even get me started. Says Carr would have given me 24 points that game, ended up with 17. Not bad with ETN giving me 23. Hey, Cap for Life, if you saw our last fantasy football video, I said, here are the top two streaming options for quarterback. One is Sam Howell, and the other one is Derek Carr. Go start those guys this week. So we did call it here in NSP. I will say that. But yeah, freaking crazy. Carr would have gotten so much more points if that tight end would have caught the ball in the end zone. Liam back at it. He says one guy in that league has Hurts and Stefan and is looking for a trade. They need RBs bad. And I have Eckler, Bijan, and Saquon. So who do you think I could package for at least one of those guys? Oh, man. Honestly, I love your running back room. I'll not give up Eckler. And seeing you as a Chargers fan, I don't think you would either. I would hate to get rid of that just stacked running back room because Bijan has a lot of potential. I know he hasn't showed it, but he's getting the volume, and I love it a lot. I would package up either Bijan or Saquon if those are your only picks to get Stephon Diggs, because Stephon Diggs is a game changer, not just a game changer, a league changer to make you elite in your fantasy football league. So I absolutely love that. I always recommend drafting Stephon Diggs. I recommended him for the past seems like 6 years now, and I mean he's just still going. He's just a beast. Cat for Life says, I have Kittle. I have Kittle. Do you think he will have another primetime Monday night game? Okay, so here's the thing with Kittle. You're going to go up against a tough defense. Kittle should be getting involved. I know it doesn't make that much sense for me saying that because of what we saw against the Browns defense. He wasn't involved very heavily, but let's look at the weather conditions. If the weather conditions are pretty fair and you're going up against a tough defense that's like to stuff the run, some good corners, then Kittle's going to get heavily involved. And when I say heavily involved, I'm looking at 4 to 5 targets. Primetime game, I definitely could see Kittle with 3 targets, hopefully a touchdown, but I'm never going to rely on George Kittle for fantasy football. Hopefully, for your sake, Cap, I hope he does. Hanson, Huang. Hopefully I said that right. But it says rank these 5 rest of season PPR: CeeDee Lamb, Waddle, Puka, Ayuk, T. Higgins. Okay, CeeDee Lamb's number 1. I want to put Brandon Ayuk number 2, and I'm not biased. I promise you I'm not biased. Number 3, I'm going to put Waddle. Number 4, I'm going to put I hate doing this. Number 4, I'm going to put Puka. 5, I'm going to put Higgins. If you want me to explain a little further, then let me know. I will explain further. But CD and IU, top 2 tiers for sure. Puka, great flex option. Waddle, I'm betting on him turning up second half of the season. Mr. Prune says, do you keep the sticker on all your caps? So I do. Fun fact, I do keep the stickers on my caps. I used to keep the under sticker as well, but my fiance, well, actually my wife next week. So guys, we're not going to be doing a live show next week because that's actually my wedding day. I won't be doing it live, but my fiance used to be like, why are you keeping the stickers? You don't need to keep the stickers. So I started taking a lot of the stickers off the cap. So now when you see me a cap without a sticker, it's just a fallen soldier from my inventory. So yeah, I used to keep all the stickers on my cap, but that's just me. I'm weird like that. Brandon says London is trash. I don't know why people want him. London is only good because he's a wide receiver 1 for them. But last year he was a waiver guy. That you're absolutely correct. You know what? But if Desmond Ritter is actually acting as a quarterback, he is going to get the most receivers. So he is very valuable in fantasy when it's a PPR league. When it's a non PPR, it's kind of hard. But he does seem to find the end zone at times. I don't know who to trade for George Kittle. This is something I don't think you could trade for straight up. George Kittle alongside with a Kyle Pitts or some guys that I would trade and to get someone else. But just go out there, put them on the trade block if your fantasy has that option, and just see who bites. Silva, what's going on, dude? Appreciate you coming back live. Says, would you rather have Laporta or Little rest of the season? I do believe you mean Kittle. I'm 100% going with Laporta. This guy is just a stud. We've all talked about him during the offseason, and he is just he's proven that he is the guy. And if we see any injury going on out there in Detroit, Laporta is the guy to fill in the gap. Doesn't matter who it is, doesn't matter if it's a running back, doesn't matter if it's a wide receiver, whatever targets go to that position, you're going to see Laporta eat those up. Mr. Prune, in a 12-man PPR league and have snatched Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs, Jerome Ford, and Zach Evans. Should I make any more moves or just hog all these running backs? I think you should stop bullying these kids because obviously you're in a league full of 12-year-olds that don't know what they're doing because your running back room is absolutely ridiculous. I love this so much, but of course, you always want to make room. You always want to make moves for elite players. Hey, let's make that running back room a little bit better. Try to go out and get Austin Eckler. But if I were you, I'll package up Jerome Ford and Zach Evans to go get something, right? Use the fact that Kyron Williams is on IR and persuade someone to go out there. If no one's catching that, let's hit a little bit bigger. Package up Derrick Henry and Jerome Ford, and maybe that will be enough for someone who has Austin Eckler. Silva says, do we hold or trade away James Cook? If we do trade Cook, what is Aaron's? What is Aaron's? I'm sorry, I'm not too sure exactly what that means, but James Cook is some guy that I'm not holding. this is a guy who I am trading away, especially if they are toying with the fact of signing Leonard Fournette. I don't like that whatsoever. You go out there, you trade James Cook what you can for. He has very little value in a PPR league just because he's splitting that backfield. He's taking 60% of that. And for me, in a super pass heavy offense, I'm not comfortable with it. Hopefully, we do see more upside with him because I don't think anyone's going to trade for him at this point in time. Aaron Jones. Oh, okay. What is Aaron Jones? A lateral move? Absolutely not. I think Aaron Jones is an absolute gem if you could get him on your team. I would 100% rather have Aaron Jones on my team than James Cook. Aaron Jones has not had the opportunity to go out there and showcase what he has because of injury. He's had a 3-quarter healthy game. That was week 1, and he scored, over 20 points. This guy's gonna be an absolutely stud. I think you should go out there and get him. By the way, I see everyone out there in the comment section. I'll get to every single one of you guys. Don't worry. We're going to answer all comments just like you see in the thumbnail of this video. Also, if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We are doing a massive giveaway. This is a Darren Bland autographed mini helmet, absolutely free. You just have to be subscribed to this channel and comment done. Like I said, absolutely free. I need my light to adjust again. Absolutely free. Just make sure you are subscribed here. Dizzle says, Dizzle here again, just wondering where the rest of the gang is. Anywho, up 42-8, going into the weekend, Camaro and Olave, I got beef with. Carr, Mr. Dump Off King. Can't blame wide receivers for not running routes. A lot of people are giving Derek Carr a lot of crap because of these missed throws, but really when you look at these receivers, they know that they're missing their routes, right? I don't blame it all on Carr. Carr is a veteran out there. He knows what he's doing. I like him a lot. The rest of the gang, I usually have Vincent and Reed here. Unfortunately, life happens. Reed is out there at work. Vince is out there doing some field work at a hospital. I mean, this is how it is. But you know what? We want to come out here and continue giving some content for you guys. Chris Archer, what's going on, Chris? Appreciate you joining us here live. Says, should I trade Lamar and Jacobs for Fields, Brees, and Zay Flowers? My other QB is Deshaun, and Zay would replace Deontay. Okay, this is what I see. I like Lamar because of his legs, right? And Jacobs, I like Jacobs too because you might see him be the absolute bell cow. I'm not mad at getting Brees Hall. I think that would be a good swap, Brees for Jacobs and Zay Flowers to replace Deontay. I'm not mad at it either because Zay Flowers is the clear-cut wide receiver 1. I'm just a little bit worried about getting rid of Lamar for Fields. I'm not the biggest fan of Fields. I never have been. I feel like this is more of a lateral move. I'll try to stay away from this. But if you do it, I won't be mad at you at the same time. I hope that makes sense. ZXKK says, should I start Hollywood Brown or Amari Cooper? I think right now the hot hand is Amari Cooper. I do want to look at his production and who he's going up against, see if it is favorable for him. He was going up against Indianapolis, had 14 points this last game. I do think he should go with Amari Cooper, as I said prior, but Hollywood Brown kind of munched it last week. And I think they have another divisional game against the Seattle Seahawks. He could go off, but I'm not willing to bet on anyone from the Arizona Cardinals at this point in time. Jeez, I look so dark. It's just like my light is not rendering for some reason. Dizzle here again. Team started off 0-2, then 1-4, now looking solid for back-to-back dubs. And you want to know what? When things get tough, that's when the real dog comes out. And we ain't sitting the porch. Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man. We all dogs out here, bro. Good for you. I'm super excited. Hopefully it really turns up, man. Appreciate every single one of you guys here on the live stream so far. Like I said, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, if you're feeling considerate, go out there, hit it. We are doing a giveaway to say thank you to every single one of you guys. Big E says, 12-man league, what changes should I make? Jalen Hurts, Bijan, Taylor, Waddle, Adams, Watson, Andrews, Chiefs, and Moody. I'm not in good terms with Jake Moody right now. All right, I just want to put that out there. I'm not in good terms with him right now. I'm very upset at him. I like Jalen Hurts. Bijan has tremendous upside. Taylor, let him get going. Waddle, good late. Adams, Watson, Andrews. You definitely need to make some changes in your wide receiver room. I'm not mad at him, but I don't see a clear-cut wide receiver one. That should be Devontae Adams, but now with Jimmy G gone, I'm not too sure. I'm a little scared for you, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would definitely address that wide receiver one. By the way, love your profile picture. A cute dog. Dizzle, hey, let's go. Wedding season, go crazy, King. That bedroom you rocking. Hey, man. Hey, we're a family friendly show here. But thank you. Yes, this wedding should be super fun. I'm super excited. We've been together for quite a while. Dizzle says, better let her. Okay. I didn't read it until I put it on. In your opinion, do you think CMC will be playing? In my not so pro opinion, hence the not so pro. Um, I do think he's going to be playing. I do think he's going to be playing. I've said this once the injury came out. I said this a couple of days afterwards. 100%, I do believe he will be playing. If he doesn't, it would absolutely shock me. Shake Zilla, dude, what's going on? Hey, man, I got water today, but clank to you, brother. KJ, what's going on, KJ? Appreciate you coming back. Says better play for tomorrow. Zach Evans, Daryl Henderson, Latavius Murray, or Jordan Mason full PPR. Ouch. That is scary. Right now, I'm kind of staying away from every running back from the Rams. I'm not very crazy about Latavius Murray either or Jordan Mason because I do believe CMC will be playing. If by any chance, if anything comes out tonight or early tomorrow that CMC is not playing, 100% you start Jordan Mason, even though I do feel like Elijah Mitchell will cut some of that cake. But like I said, I want to do some more research on Murray. Like I said, I'm not too crazy on Murray right now. I'm gonna risk it here. I'm gonna go Zach Evans, but you're gonna see four different running backs in that backfield. Don't like that whatsoever. I'm so sorry you're in that predicament. But Shake Zilla says, obviously I'm playing Cup, but I need advice from my other wide receiver and flex position. I have DK, Lockett, Zach Moss, Laporta, Atwell, and Dobbs. Thanks. I'm so happy that you are including a tight end there. That is crazy. But another wide receiver, I think I'll go DK. I like the consistency that he has to offer. A lot of people are saying start Lockett. I don't know how it feels starting both DK and Lockett on the same team. I'll be a little nervous there. I won't start Atwell. He is a touchdown dependent guy. I'm not going to start Moss. So I think he should have a decent game. I think 10 points at most. At most. So keep that in mind. Honestly, I'm going to go DK and Laporta here. Yeah, DK Laporta. That's me. We'll see. D2 Shields 98 says Rashad White or Bijan Robinson this week. Rashad White had got me busted last week, man. I like him a lot. He gets the volume. He's just not getting the production. That's what I don't like. Brian Robinson, he's still I said Bijan earlier, my bad. Brian Robinson, he still seems like a valuable fantasy option. I do want to see how he did as of recently. I don't like to trust any running back out there in Washington just because they like to share the ball a lot. I think I'm going to 100% go with Brian Robinson. I think he's going to get at least 10 touches in that backfield. Will give you more than enough opportunity to go out there and get some points. Like I said, I like Rashad White a lot, but we've been busted a little way too much here. I want him to prove it to us now. Silva says, any packages I can do for upgrades? Starters are Tua, James Cook, Kamara, Tyreek Hill, DJ, Devontae Smith, Laporta, Christian Watson, benches, Love, Hunt, Craig Reynolds, Elijah Mitchell, Charbonnet, Palmer, JSN. Let's see. I don't mind your quarterback. I like Tua. Do I think he's gonna get back to earth? I still can't believe I look so dark here. I don't know what is going on. Kamara, absolute beast. I'm so happy you have him. Tyreek Hill, absolute beast. Are you undefeated right now? I'll try to trade away DJ for sure. DJ, I think Devontae Smith should have some upside late season. And then you have a whole bunch of backups over here. Oh, there I am. I'm bright again. Okay. I think you should partner up DJ and Zach Charbonnet to go out there and get yourself a pretty elite flex position guy. That's really all I can do. Your starters are freaking amazing. I don't like your bench. I don't like your backups because Hunt, great upside, love, awesome backup quarterback. Craig Reynolds, only liable if there's injuries. Elijah Mitchell, only liable if there's injuries. Charbonnet, only liable if there are injuries. Palmer, I like that a lot. I think he has tremendous upside, been getting at least 7 targets these past 2 games that he's played. And Jason, I think he has also tremendous upside. Those are the guys I want to get rid of. I want to get rid of Craig Reynolds, Elijah Mitchell. Those are the guys I want to get rid of. I just need better backups here. But DJ Moore, I'm not the craziest guy on him. Let's catch up. Brar, what's going on, Brar? Appreciate you being here live with us. What is good? Eric says, what wide receiver one should I go for? Devontae Adams. Okay, if you're trying to get rid of Devontae Adams, it's kind of hard to go out and get someone for him right now, especially with how low he is. I just posted a video to go buy low on him. Of course, we're not getting that many views, so go out there and hit that video if you like it. Hit that thumbs up. It helps us out a lot. Hit thumbs up on this video. It helps us out a lot. Don't worry. We'll get to every single comment. And remember, we do have a giveaway. All right, you guys have to be subscribed. What wide receiver one should I go for? Devontae Adams. Can't go for... Honestly, I would go for someone like Mike. Nah, that's too low. That's way too low for you. I was gonna say Mike Evans or a DK Metcalf. I'll try to go for a Brandon Ayuk if I were you. Someone who's gonna be more consistent. Someone who could get you 15 points with just 3-4 catches. But Devontae Adams hopefully could get up there later on the season. But yeah, I'll probably go for someone like that. CMC practice today. I'm going against him. Hope he sits. He should sit, play a lot. So news came out that CMC went up to Coach Kyle Shanahan and said, "Hey, I don't want you to change up your game plan. Keep the same game plan. Don't limit me. We good." That's what he said to Kyle Shanahan. I love the attitude. I'm a little scared for fantasy players, just because, like, how far does that go, right? At the end of the day, it's Kyle Shanahan that makes that decision. But this dude is hungry. He's a dog. Y'all seen that out there. He's going to go out there and he just might perform, or they might limit him. Doesn't matter what he says. CMC back at practice today. I imagine he plays on a limited workload. As I said, he went up to Coach Kyle Shanahan and said, "Don't limit me. Keep me the same." Kyle Juszczyk, best running back in SFTBH. Oh, that's from Dizzle. I love Juice. Juice is honestly one of my favorite players, if not my absolute favorite player in this year's roster. Juice is just a beast. Chris Archer says, rate my team. Lamar, Swift, Jacobs, Mike Evans, Puka, Jonnu, Deontay. It's really good. It's really good. I like it. If I'm projecting you in a 10-man team, I'm gonna put you at an 8 out of 10. I like this a lot. I think it's great. I think it's great. Hopefully Deontay does something for you, man. Mr. Prune, 1951 says, Calvin really a buy low option for someone to avoid, or someone to avoid. Okay, Calvin really is someone who I avoid. This is a guy who I did not that I did not draft. The only person that I would have drafted from that team that's a wide receiver is Christian Kirk. And I was very clear about this preseason. I said that's the only guy I'm going for because that's the guy who's getting paid like the wide receiver one. Calvin really, he had a great week one. He started to do good as of recent weeks, but you just got to remember that's Zay Jones out. Once Zay Jones comes back, we're going to see a whole different target share on that offense. And I'm talking about back 100%. So I don't want y'all to see like the first game Zay Jones back. Oh no, it's still Christian Kirk. He's still awesome. He is still going to be awesome. But let's let Zay Jones get 100%. We haven't had a fully healthy wide receiver room at all this season for Jacksonville. But that's the guy who I avoid. Are Reed and Vince going to the wedding? Yes, they're absolutely going to the wedding. They're actually part of my my groomsmen. So we've been friends for so long that we're the big three is what we say, right? But yeah, they'll be there. They'll be there. Is Calvin really about? Oh, we just went over this. It's okay, man. Don't worry about it. I just see some links out here. I'm not clicking on any of these links. I'm actually going to take them off. There you go. I don't want y'all to click on links that I'm not sending out and maybe a bad a hack or something. Spelling bee champ. Hey, man, come on. Let's all be nice here. Robert says, I'm going to need CMC to play this week. I think a lot of people do need him to play this week. I think a lot of people don't need him to play this week if they're going up against them, depending on what side you are on. But as a 49ers fan, I'd say sit him. I'd say I feel like we should be okay. We got great running backs behind CMC. This guy's a dog. I mean, we got Jordan Mason, who's a dog. Elijah Mitchell, who's going to be our running back one before we made that move. I think we sit him, allow him to get fully healthy, and let's think about playoffs. Playoffs? You want to think about playoffs? Devin says, "Hey, my man, how's it going? Hey, bro, what's going on?" I feel like I have to read these questions because every time someone's nice like this, there's some like they say some ridiculous stuff on here that we can't show. Says, hey, thanks for the awesome videos in a PPR 2 QB dynasty day. A 2 QB dynasty? Saquon Barkley, Jahmyr Gibbs, and Russell Wilson versus Bijan Robinson and Baker Mayfield and Josh Downs. What side wins that trade? Honestly, not the biggest fan of Russell Wilson. I could kind of tell that's kind of like a throw in there. Baker Mayfield, I just don't know what his future holds, right? We've seen him do good. We've seen him do bad with the Buccaneers. I don't know what type of guy he is. Josh Downs, I'm a little more worried now because he's not going to get that chemistry with Anthony Richardson this season just because Anthony Richardson is out for the rest of the season. And we're all not thinking that Gardner Minshew is going to be the starting quarterback next year for the Colts, right? Bijan Robinson, I absolutely love that trade, but that's the only guy I like in that trade. Saquon Barkley, he's about to get a big-time contract after this season, whether it be with the Giants or not, and whatever team he goes to, if he stays healthy, he's that starting running back. Jahmyr Gibbs, moving forward, do we see Montgomery really continue to be in the running back one moving forward for Detroit? I don't think so. I like Jahmyr Gibbs here. I think I'm slightly going to go with Saquon and Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm not mad at either side because Bijan Robinson's great, but in a dynasty, I want to go Saquon and Jahmyr Gibbs. If it was a dynasty, I'll probably go Bijan. I traded Zach Moss and Saquon for Debo and Dameon Pierce. People are laughing at me. I don't trust the Giants offense, and Indy isn't playing JT for nothing. LOL's right. Heck yeah, absolutely. Zach Moss, I think that's a free trade at this point, right? It's a guy that you just throw in there because next 2 games, this guy's going to be irrelevant for fantasy football. And then Saquon Barkley, that's on you, right? If you don't trust, just like me, I don't trust T. Higgins. You're not going to see me get T. Higgins. You're not going to see me get Calvin Ridley. You feel that same way about Saquon, don't have him on there. Debo is going to be iffy, depending on there's injuries. I like Debo. Dameon Pierce, you're seeing his trend go up. That's what I like about Houston right now. When the season started, he was in a 3-man by committee in that running back position. Now you're seeing him go up and up and up as far as production. I like this a lot. Let the haters laugh at you. It's all right. That's okay. Don't have anyone you don't trust on your fantasy team. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. You keep killing it, Shake. I'm going to jump a couple of comments because I like this here. Says, you're my guy, dude. Thank you for clearing that up for me. Hope the best for you. Hey, man, appreciate you joining us here live. We are a small channel, as you could tell by our subscriber count. So if you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe button. That'll be a huge thank you for me. And like I said earlier in this video, my wedding is next week. So if you want to gift me a wedding gift, just hit that subscribe button. That's all I'm asking for. I'll be super happy about it. So thank you all so much. Hit the like button if this is helping you out. Oh, jeez. And move over here. Brawler says, my team has changed from last time, so let me know what changes I should make. Hurts, CMC, Brees, Jefferson, who's on IR, T. Higgins, Derrick Henry, Goddard, benches Mike Evans, Lockett, Ramondre, Kyle Pitts. Honestly, changes I should make, go out there, trade Ramondre. Changes I will make, go out there and Derrick Henry. If you package up Derrick Henry and Ramondre, you could get someone very valuable on your fantasy football team. just because they're big name guys. Derrick Henry's coming off a big game, but Derrick Henry's still splitting that backfield 50-50. And there's that slight chance that you see Derrick Henry get traded this season. I still like Derrick Henry going forward. If he's on your fantasy team, he is a must-start guy every single week. But I'm just not going to be surprised if he is, getting you 7 points one week. I got Derrick Henry in one league, and that's the risk I go with. But how can you not start Derrick Henry? It's a double flex league, by the way. Where you go for the bachelor party? I went back to my hometown area. I used to live in the Rio Grande Valley, so I went to an island called South Padre Island. If depending on your age, you guys should know the name of South Padre Island is a big spring break retreat that a lot of college kids go to. I say college kids, but I'm 25. Starting Kareem with Brees on bye. Hope I can get it 6+. Hey man, last week we saw Kareem Hunt get the starting reps. If I do believe you'll get 6+ points with Kareem Hunt. I do believe. We all do it for you. Silva says, I'm 4-2 with the Camara squad I showed you. Debo is out for the next 2 games. I'm assuming a buy low. What's other buy low come to mind? So if you guys haven't yet, I did release a buy low video on Friday. I release them every single Friday. I may not release it this upcoming Friday because that's the day before my wedding, and my fiance or wife to be will get very mad at me if I'm just stuck in this room editing. I spend way too much time here. But some buy low candidates. One is Devontae Adams if you want to go out there and hit that risk. Another guy is Puka Nacua. I think he's a great flex option. But one guy, if you're looking at wide receivers, one guy who I'm absolutely in love with is Christian Watson. I want to go out there. I want to buy Christian Watson. And 100%, I do believe you could trade Debo for Christian Watson at this time. Do it now before it's a little bit too late. Dizzle was flying around the neighborhood this morning, 2 miles at 725 pace, down from 915 pace. Start the month. Might need to get me a hey man, that I'm a little bit faster than that, but that's me in a bike. So good for you, man. I'm trying to go bike riding every morning. You inspired me, Dizzle. You inspired me. We read this comment. Honestly, thank you again, Devin. You're my guy. We're answering. What's up? Did I miss a comment? I'm sorry, Webby. Did you ask me a comment earlier? If you did, please put it back down so I can answer it. We're answering every single question on here. So if you're in the comment section, leave a question out there. I get to every single one of them. Or you could join our Discord. Our Discord is in the link. Oh, I didn't even put it in the description. Look at our YouTube banner. Sorry, I got lazy today. Look at our YouTube banner. The little Discord icon there. Hit that Discord icon. It should invite you to our personal Discord. A lot of our subscribers are on there. We help each other out. I do my best to answer every single question on there. If you want to send me a DM, which happens every single week, 15 minutes before the games on Sundays, I get at least 13 DMs. I'm like, okay, do I start this? Do I start that? But I'm always down for it. I'm always in it. Shigzilla says they just reported Debo has a hairline fracture on the shoulder. Okay, so is that what y'all are talking about? Hairline fracture on his shoulder. Hey man, it is what it is. That's football. I hate watching Debo go out there and play. He's an absolute beast. I like him a lot, but hey, it seems like every time he gets tackled, he's down on the field. I don't like that. We just paid the man. But this just increases Brandon Ayuk tremendously. I mean, crazy amounts. Yeah, Debo Samuel will miss some time. I'm not worried about it. We've played games already this season without Debo Samuel. And I know all the news articles out there. Oh, Brock Purdy got exposed without Debo Samuel. I'm not all about that. Okay, I don't think Debo Samuel defines our offense. He will show you this week. He will show you on Monday. Who do you value more, Amon-Ra St. Brown or Breece Hall? 100% Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's my guy. That is my most drafted guy in fantasy football this season. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God, is on every single fantasy team that I have this upcoming season. Also, while I have you guys here, we are in the works of some big news. Yes, I know the guys are not here with me, but we're thinking like, hey, fantasy football is a lot of fun. What's going to happen after the fantasy season? Why don't we keep it going? I am currently in the talks with an XFL manager, XFL from the San Antonio Brahmas, who, I'm from the San Antonio area, and we might just start off a fantasy football show for the XFL. So leave it down in the comment section below if you guys will be interested in some XFL fantasy football. And yes, they are merging with the USFL. We did confirm that. So let me know in the comment section. Dizzle, I don't understand why people play in fantasy leagues that aren't 12-man teams. Anything less teams are too stacked, in my opinion. This year, we do have 3 NSP fantasy leagues, and 2 of them are 10-man teams. That's just because we're trying to spread everyone out. We had a lot of people who are interested, and it was just kind of hard to, be like, okay, we're going to do a 12-man league, 12-man league, 10-man league. It didn't make much sense. So we put our paid league as a 12-man league and our free leagues as a 10-man league, because these are guys who are just getting into fantasy football, who just want to join a league, who don't have that friend group, which we go through that all the time. If you go out there, you start a fantasy football league, I like to be part of a league with people who I'm going to communicate with, right? Not just some random people. So I totally understand that. Yeah, but 12-man leagues, I feel like is a sweet spot for fantasy football. Been watching on YouTube, just realized you had a Twitch. Window Locker JP, I'm not too sure what your name is on YouTube, but yes, we do have a Twitch. Like I said, we're trying to grow in all areas. I used to be a gaming streamer back in the day. I was an affiliated Twitch streamer, which I think anyone could get nowadays. But yeah, I have a Twitch as well. So if you're watching on Twitch, appreciate you guys that they're on Twitch as well. So thank you so much. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube. On Twitch, I believe the follow button is the free option. If you're feeling generous, hit that subscribe too. Shakezilla, all good. I'm top 2 in that league and stacked at wide receiver. You are, man. You are. Kudos to you. You're absolutely killing it. Good for you, man. Dizzle, do you think I could trade Addison for Debo? Do you really want Debo on your team? I right now, if I was a Debo owner, and as you guys could tell in the background, I'm a big 49ers fan. If someone said, hey, I want Debo, I'll give you Addison, I'd take that bet all day. I take it all day, because for the San Francisco 49ers, through my eyes, through my not so pro opinion, I definitely see Brandon Ayuk as our wide receiver 1. Maybe CMC as our wide receiver 1. Max Quena. I don't know what that is. Kyron, a buy low. Okay, that's what you meant to say. Kyron, a buy low candidate. Kyron Williams is only a buy low candidate if you have a winning record. If you have an even or a low record, right, where you have a losing record, I don't think he is a buy low. He is absolutely a buy low if you do have a winning record, because you are able to wait those weeks for him to get healthy. And once he does, you got yourself a top tier must start wide running back 1 rest of the season. So yes, Max, if you have the depth to wait it out till Kyron gets back, 100% do it. 100%. That's because I like Stevenson. I just don't like the situation that he's in. Gosh, Max, you're killing me, Smalls. Heck yeah, you go ahead and do that, man. Dizzle saying hi from Twitch. What's up? I guess people are seeing our Twitch now. What's going on, man? Appreciate you seeing all types of platforms out there for us. Reptiles Miami says, who should we pick up since Kyron is out? As I said earlier in this video, I'm not picking up any running backs for the Los Angeles Rams. If you must pick up someone from that team, I would go out and get Evans. I'm running the risk, but you're going to see 4 different guys carry the ball this next game. I don't like it whatsoever. My Cuban's falling down. I don't like it whatsoever. But if it's an absolute must, you go out there, you get Evans. I'm not starting anyone from the Rams. If you're trying to see who you pick up, like as far as trade wise, you go out there, you don't get lowballed, okay? Try to get someone who get a Devon Achane, right? He's out there, he's injured. People are like, you know what? Kyron Williams going to come back. He's going to be the running back 1, while Achane may be splitting that backfield with Raheem Mostert. People may be unsure. Go get James Conner. I know I'm talking about guys who are still injured, but those are guys who you could get real cheap right now, because it is a very trade scarce season at this point of time for fantasy football. Dizzle says, I can't trade Addison in my league. I don't know why no one wants him. That is kind of weird. Honestly, I'd get Addison 100%. Because even before Jay Jetta's injury, this guy was still seeing, 5 to 7 targets a game. And for a wide receiver, too, I like that a lot. This guy was a pretty good flex option, and his role is just going to go up after this injury because this is his time to show that he could go out there and be a valuable wide receiver for Minnesota. Well, maybe not this week because, he's going up against them boys. He's going against the Niners. They're going to get their behinds rocked. I can't say too much stuff here, guys. I can't say. Max says, but Kyren owner is 4-2 playing against me. Hopefully I can beat him. Sorry. Talking nonstop for about an hour now. My throat gets a little dry. But I like these scenarios because this is the part where I like to get creative. Because remember, I don't like to bring politics into this show, but fantasy football is very political, right? You could go out there and it should be that way. It should be because it's just like the NFL. You're supposed to go out there, you're supposed to swindle, make bets, go out there and say, hey, let's make a bet. If I beat you, I get Kyren and you get so-and-so. If you beat me, I'll hand over so-and-so for so-and-so, right? You just go out there, try to make it bet, right? Try to make it fun. But before you do that, go out there, offer a trade, see if they take it. Like I said, some people are starting to get desperate, like, hey, I need a win. And I don't see myself winning without Kyren. I need someone in his place. So go out there, send a trade. We'll see what happens. Browns defense over the 49ers defense. Hey, Browns have a very good defense. But during that game, who had the most takeaways? Who had the most stops? I like that. But we just couldn't capitalize. They got a really good defense, though. Miami says, would the Ravens defense be good to start this week? Or should I look for another option? So, Miami, I don't know if you have yet, but if you haven't joined our Discord, is on our YouTube banner. Every single week, I do release a cheat sheet for the upcoming week, and that includes waiver targets, that includes injuries, droppable candidates, stardom, sit-ems, buy low, sell high, and streaming options for defense and quarterbacks. This week, I do not have the Ravens as my streaming option. I got the Jaguars, Raiders, Browns, and Rams. If I look at the Ravens, I do believe they got a tough matchup this week. I have to look. I'm all over the place today, guys. I'm here by myself. Oh no, I don't think the Ravens are a good streaming option this week. Going up against the Detroit Lions, that's a powerhouse offense. That's scary if you have the Ravens. The Ravens defense. Whittlelocker just joined the Discord. I'm not too sure if that was you, Miami, but appreciate you joining here live. Respectfully, Cowboys are them boys. Hey man, I know. That's what they're known for. Hey, and respectfully, I'm doing a giveaway of a Cowboys cornerback, Darren Bland. Absolutely free. You just have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button. And also look at our most recent YouTube short, comment done on that YouTube short, and we'll go ahead and pick a winner live on Monday. This coming Monday, we're picking a winner. So you guys need to go out there and enter our giveaway before it's too late. So go out there, most recent YouTube short, comment done, and you have a chance to win this. We're going to be doing it live on our giveaway. And I know I normally don't come out on Monday podcast, the live podcast that is, but I will be for this one. You're going to want to win this one. It's super fun. I already looked at how much this is worth. So even if you're not a Cowboys fan, this dude, believe it or not, this is worth $90. Easily flip it. Or put in your man cave. There you go. So you can see that. Dizzle says, third round kicker can't make a kick. Like I said before, Jake Moody and I, we're not on good terms whatsoever. Not on good terms at all. I'm personally buying him a plane ticket to go to Mexico because I think he needs to get his head rocked in. Okay, if you know what I'm trying to say, he needs to toughen up a bit. But yeah, my dad always say that. I'm going to drive him down to a place called Progresso and rough him up. But Dizzle says, "Do you think Devontae Adams is going to be a good to go this week? Jabril Peppers rocked him last week, and I do feel like he'll be good to go. Like I said, he's just. I think there's too many distractions right now in Las Vegas. Way too many distractions. He needs to go out there and just be himself. And it's kind of hard to do when you don't have that quarterback, right? You're going to have Brian Hoyer probably starting that week instead of O'Connell because O'Connell did not do so great when he had his chance. And you're going to be seeing a flip there. And it's hard to predict Devontae Adams, but I would buy him low right now and I'd take that chance. High risk, high reward. Dizzle, if I win, I want a ticket to your wedding. If you win, well, let me see the predicament. If you win, all right, I'll give you the Addy if you can make it. I'm not gonna buy you a ticket. I'll give you a ticket. Uh, I won't buy you a ticket to travel. What I mean, Darren Bland been doing work too. Darren Bland had a touchdown saving play against what was it? The Chargers. We're watching that live, I think, and I think I was commenting here with Liam in our Discord. Touchdown saving play. This guy's a stud. He's a second year player. He's a stud. He's going to be something. Widow Locker says, just join the Discord. What channel is the cheat sheet on? The cheat sheet is on the fantasy. The NSP fantasy football. If you scroll up, we get a lot of questions on there, but it's not too far up. My name is AJ. My name is not displayed right now, but my name is AJ. So look for that. And yeah, you don't have to scroll too far up. It's right there. I do release a PDF version. I didn't release it this past week, but if that helps you out, let me know. I'll go ahead and post it today. But if you wanted some buy low candidates, I did release a video this past Friday. Go check that out. I think it'll be super beneficial for a lot of guys out there or gals. Max says, Browns fan here. Max, I was really starting to like you, Max, but I think this is goodbye here. I'm gonna go ahead and ban you from our live stream. Just kidding, Max. I'm just kidding. Hey, man, it's good for you. I have one of my good friends of mine. He is a Browns fan. Unfortunately, he doesn't watch too much football, but he claims himself as a Browns fan. I respect all those guys. I have nothing against the Browns, nothing at all. You know, they have a great defense, and hopefully they could do something in that division. I think that division is open for them. Let's see. Locker room. We got another MP Izzle. Pizzle joined the Discord. So thank you so much for joining our Discord, y'all. Kevin Dizzle says, thought you wanted him to get with some make him feeling good. Oh my goodness. Dizzle, you are out of control. As always, Browns to win the NFC North. Give me my 250. If you place that bet, it's looking real good right now. Would you start Terry McLaurin or Devontae Smith this week? If Reed was here, he wouldn't hesitate. He would say, I'm starting Terry McLaurin 100%. About the Washington Commanders offense, the thing that I don't like with them is that everyone touches the ball. Terry McLaurin is the guy who touches the ball a little bit more. He is going to get at least 5 targets this upcoming game. And when you look at Smith, he could get, 5 points this upcoming game. So I don't like that at all. I think I'm running the risk here, and I'm going to go Scary Terry. Oh, never mind. I'm wrong about that. Devontae Smith should see at least 5 targets here, but he's going against Miami, who absolutely has no defense. And I need to look at again who Scary Terry's going up against. Let's see. Against the Giants. Oh, wow. Ugh. Honestly, I'd probably go Smith. My gut is saying Terry McLaurin, but if I'm looking at a statistical standpoint, at a not so pro standpoint, I'm seeing these game matches, right? I'm seeing Washington against New York. New York's a big mess. They don't have a quarterback. We could potentially see a lead over here and see Washington start running the ball a little bit more. While on the other hand, we have the Eagles and Dolphins. Dolphins have no defense. Dolphins make up for it by scoring points. This is going to be a high scoring game. So what are the Eagles going to do? Not run the ball majority of the time. They're going to continue passing the ball, more passing attempts, probably more targets for Devontae Smith. I don't care if Julio Jones is on there. Probably more points for him too. So I'd probably go Devontae. Found it. Appreciate it. Hey, man, you got it, bro. Hopefully that helps you out. I release those every Tuesday. I release those every Tuesday at noon. So there's some things on there that may be a little outdated because injuries and stuff like that. But uh like that's why we do our live videos. And this is also why we have a Discord. We keep everyone updated on Discord. If you have any questions or if you want updates, just ask us on the Discord. We will get to every single one of y'all. No problemo. AJ, that Cuban starting to sneak behind the shirt. Pop it. Oh, I know. Oh man, I get it. I get it. I got a thick neck. That's why my freaking neck hole expands. But it sounds so weird. Smith all day, so many points in Philly versus Miami. Yeah, I think that's the conclusion we came to. You got to go with Devontae Smith at this point. I like Terry. I do. I'm a big fan, but I don't like that offense and how they share the ball way too much. You can definitely tell that is an Eric Bieniemy project, just because of how spread out the ball is. Dizzle says, AJ, I'm out of here. Going to rip the rowing machine. Hey man, there you go. The rowing machine kills me every single time I get a chance to work on one. So if you're going out there, this dude must be jacked because every time we talk to him, he's working out. Quick water break. But it seems like we finally caught up with every single question. We do have like a timer that if we don't get a question, once the timer gets out, we will go ahead and end the stream. So if you have any more questions, please leave it down there in the comment section. We get to every single one of them. Absolutely promise. This is the first time this show that we finished with all the questions we had. So super appreciate you guys. We got another question here. Mini Bot says, start Hollywood Brown or Jacoby Myers. If Jimmy G was playing, I'm going to say what I said last week. Jacoby Myers is a must-start rest of the season. But he's not. Jimmy G is not playing. Minibot, if you want to be safe, I'm going to give it to you this way, okay? If you want to be safe, start Hollywood Brown. If you want to hit the home run, hit Jacoby Myers, but don't be surprised if he doesn't get you more than 6 points. If I was in your shoes, I'm starting Jacoby Myers. I'm sticking by my word. If you have a must win, you want to play safe, you need at least 8 to 10 points, I'm going to go Hollywood Brown. But that's just me. Depending if you're feeling frisky or not, I wouldn't mind. I know Hollywood Brown didn't have the greatest week last week. I do want to check his stats one more time before I make a final decision here. Marquise Brown, he had 7 points last week. Like I said, didn't do so hot. If you want to play safe, it's Marquise. If you want to hit the home run, it's Jacoby. I got offered Nico Collins for Kyron. Would you take that? I've got Bijan and Tony Pollard as my running backs. What's your record? I want to know what your record is. If you have a positive record, I don't mind this, but I don't mind this whatsoever. I really don't. If you need to win now, this is really risky for me. But if you got a very positive record, if you're up by 2 games, I would say go for it if you could wait it out. Because Kyron is a must-start rest of the season if fully healthy. Dizzle, can't wait to win that giveaway and fly out to your wedding. I just want an admission ticket. All right, I'll send it to you, Dizzle. I got you, bro. Don't worry. Would you play AJ Dillon or Jay Wilson or Jeff Wilson Jr.? Sorry, I never said it. I've never seen anyone put Jay Wilson. I love Jeff Wilson over Kareem Hunt or Ford. I could also pick up Foreman. Honestly, I'm not playing AJ Dillon. I don't care even if Aaron Jones is out, I'm not starting AJ Dillon. He's not that great. Jeff Wilson Jr., I'm not starting him either. That is Raheem Moster's backfield. So H-Han comes back over Kareem Hunt or Ford. No, not starting those guys. I could also pick up Foreman. Like I said, I'm not comfortable with any of those guys. I think Roshan Johnson should be able to come back. Nah, I'm sticking with you guys. Don't like the scenario, but I'm not gonna risk it with AJ Dillon or Jeff Wilson. What is your ideal Super Bowl matchup? Personally, I hate it and I love it. My ideal Super Bowl matchup as a 49ers fan, I want to see the Niners and Chiefs at it again. I would love to see the Niners and Ravens at it again. But if I had to make a prediction here, honestly, I know the AFC is pretty stacked, but I'm not like comfortable with any of those teams. If any of those teams make it to the Super Bowl, I'm just not. I don't think the Chiefs going to be able to make it. I think it'll be cool to see the Miami Dolphins go out there, but they got no defense, so I wouldn't be scared of them either. On the NFC side, you see the Niners, you see Philadelphia, you see the Lions. I'm even going to throw in the Cowboys in there. Those are some pretty good teams. I would like to see the Niners and Chiefs or Ravens, but that's just because of matchups. I wouldn't be mad if the Lions made it to the Super Bowl. I know that means the Niners won't, but I would hate it if the Cowboys and Eagles did. Sorry for you Cowboys fans, but ideally, I would love to see Niners and one of those two teams. Windows says, I'm hurting this week with injuries and people on bye. That's why we're doing this live, right? We do this live every week. We won't be able to do it next week because of my wedding. So sorry about that. I apologize for my wedding, you guys. But it's tough. So if you need help with a scenario or someone to pick, let me know. I know that you said that because of the scenario, but you got to do what you got to do. Kyle Singer, what's going on, Kyle? I think this is the first time you joined our live stream. Thank you so much. We are doing a giveaway. It is a Darren Bland autographed mini helmet right here. You do have to be subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment done on our most recent YouTube short. Oh, dang, I got dark again. Our most recent YouTube short in order to get into the giveaway. We will announce it live on Monday. It says, like the sub, man. Congrats on the wedding. Hey, thank you so much. I've been talking about my wedding a lot on this channel, so I appreciate you guys staying here, staying tuned. I think my fiance could hear it downstairs. I think she's enjoying that as well. We're on cloud nine. We're super excited, super stressed, but very excited for our future. It says, trade Lamar and Michael Thomas or Madison besides Thomas for Swift and Stafford full PPR 12-man league. I like getting Swift. I'm a big fan of that. Michael Thomas, I used to think of him as a flex guy, kind of dumping off as of recent, right? I wouldn't trade Madison. Stafford, I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's a guy who's going to consistently get you 15 points a week. I know last week he didn't have the greatest matchup, but I would definitely do this to get Swift on my team. I could definitely stream quarterbacks if need be. That's just me. I'm streaming quarterbacks in 4 out of 7 of my leagues right now, just because I've been getting busted with Joe Burrow. Thinking of getting some Travis Scott reverse mocha one lows for Xmas. Dang, dude, you balling or what? Dang, bro. I thought you were gonna go work out, my man. Dang, Dizzle. You should get some Jordans, dude. Or Project Rocks. I like Project Rocks. I'm a big fan. I know it's kind of on the downslope, but I wear those everywhere. They're so comfortable too. Miami says she's 5-1. I'd probably take that trade. To go get Kyren Williams. Nico Collins, great guy, but that's not a guy you could be like, okay, I'm going to start him every single week, right? I'm at that same predicament. I see him more as trade value more than roster value. How's my lineup looking for this week? He has Jared Goff. Not the biggest fan of Goff, but I love the team he's on. Taylor Swift, obviously. Josh Jacobs, Tyreek Hill, Watson, Goddard, Ford, 49ers, Prater. I have Downs and Evans on bench. I like it. I like it a lot. It's just Ford that I'm kind of iffy about. Love Josh Jacobs. Love Taylor Swift. Jonathan Taylor, obviously. I get it. Taylor Swift, Tyreek Hill. You're going to win. I think you're going to win. This is the winning week right here for you. So I like this a lot. I know what I said about Goddard and Ford, but those are not going to be your downfall. You're good. A username says, I am starting Isaiah Pacheco and Josh Jacobs. Should I start Saquon over one of them or keep Pacheco and Jacobs starting? So this is my not so pro take on Josh Jacobs going forward. We don't know the full extent of Jimmy G's injury. It seems like it may be an internal injury, which is really bad. I could prolong it. But Josh Jacobs could see a bigger role with O'Connell or Hoyer in the backfield as far as getting more passing attempts, as far as check downs, just running the ball a little bit more. I'd keep those guys in as of right now. Oh, actually, I like those. I like your options. Is there any way you could start Saquon as your flex option? I would like to have all those three guys starting. I like them all. I feel like you can't go wrong with either or. If you want to play it safe, I start Saquon over Josh Jacobs, but I like those guys. You have a good problem right now. Windows says I have Pollard, Chase, Montgomery, Williams, and Mixon out this week. Jeez. That's horrible, man. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. Hey, don't worry because after this week, they back, right? They back. Hey, congrats, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you guys, this is going to sound so corny, so cheesy. So don't hold it against me. If you guys want to send me a wedding gift, I just ask to hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free. That is more than enough for me. So thank you all so much. Let's keep the comments going. Can't wait till baby AJ Joins pops up in the live stream talking fantasy football. You 100% little J is going to come out here and talk fantasy football. I don't have any kids yet, but that's definitely in the works. Or I mean the plans. I'm not going to say the works because Dizzle, I know how far you could go. Thoughts on Deontay Johnson this week? Might flex him with Curtis Samuel and Puka. Deontay Johnson, he's a stud. He should be a stud. I want to see him come back. I want to see him get the grease in the grooves. You know what I'm saying? Get the grease in the grooves. Let that flow. I'm not going to rush him in. I would like to. I won't. I do believe the Steelers are going to be airing out the ball, so I don't hate it. I think Puka is a safer option, but that's just me. I just want to see him. I want to see him. Kyle says, my running backs would be if they accept Thomas, Ford, Madison, Swift, wide receiver Gabe Davis, Devontae Smith, Tyler Boyd. I had Dobbins, such Chubb. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry, man. Somehow I'm still 3-3. Just try to make a move that can help. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, you definitely want to get some moves going. Always try your best to make your team better. I don't care if you're 5-1. It doesn't matter if you're 6-0. You're always trying to make your team better. Make it solidify yourself for the championship game. Take advantage of those guys who are struggling that has an elite player, maybe a guy who is, 2-4 that has Austin Eckler in their team. And you're like, hey, dude, let me help out your depth over here. Let me give you these guys. Give me Eckler, and I'll take this nobody. I'll help you guys out. All right. But you just got to sell it. You got to sell it. Dizzle, did you get your groomsmen a gift? Went to one last week. Leather duffel bag things to nice to carry around unless I'm taking a PJ anyone time. We hit the rower in the basement 10 minutes. Let's go. Hey man, good for you. 10 minutes is a lot in the rower. Not gonna lie. But yeah, I'm getting together some groomsmen gifts. We are actually here as this channel. We are working for an NSP shop, right? So we will be giving away some NSP merch. We'll be selling some of that too, but also an opportunity for fans like yourselves, who maybe Browns fans, Cowboys fans, all that, to go out there and purchase some personalized some items like a tumbler with a Cowboys logo and your name on it. So we're able to do that kind of stuff. So that's in the works right now. So stay tuned for that. Running backs are Gainwell, Mitchell, Spears, Ferguson. And Ertz. Titans are Ferguson and Ertz. I like Ferguson. Ertz, I'm done with Ertz. I think I'm done with him. I think he's droppable at this point. Running backs, Kenneth Gainwell, Elijah Mitchell, good handcuff. I do believe he is the running back too, so I'm not worried. Spears, I kind of have fingers crossed that they do trade Derrick Henry this season. I feel like that is the best move for them because I don't see the Titans going to the playoffs, winning a Super Bowl. Trade Derrick Henry for whatever you can, even if it's for a bag of chips. And once Derrick Henry is gone, Spears is the guy. He's the dude. You're going to want him on your team. I'm holding him as well. I have Brandon Ayuk on flex and Jacoby Myers and Amon Ron. You have a stacked team, dude. What are you even doing here on this show? You have a stacked team. You're probably just showing off how good your team is. But no, good for you, man. Honestly, I'm not going to be mad. Let's see what Saquon did last week, right? Just so I give you the most accurate response. I try my best to hold everything up here, but it's a lot, right? So he had 24 rushing attempts last game with 5 targets. And he's going to be against Washington this week, who are very good against the run. I won't be mad at it, But like I said, if you want to play it safe, just play those other guys. If anything, maybe swap out Josh Jacobs. But I think you're comfortable with where you're at. Carlos, what is going on, dude? Appreciate you stopping by. Carlos, he's a really good friend of mine. We go way back, dude. Love your profile pic. What a beautiful dog you got there, man. How about them boys, dog? A username says, I also have Austin Eckler on bench. Why do you have him on bench for? I'm starting him rest of the season. Jeez, man. Yeah, that is an absolute stack team. Good for you, my man. Good for you. Let's see. What about Kittle? You think he's dropping 1.10 again, or actually doing something this week? LOL. Have him starting, but might try to pick up someone else. If I were you, Kittle is a guy that I absolutely avoid drafting every single year because he is most productive in the blocking game for the San Francisco 49ers. That is what he's so good at. Can he do what Kelsey does? 100%. Can he do it better? As a fan, I believe so. But in this offensive system, he is a support type tight end, and that's exactly what he does. But with Deebo Samuel being out, we could see a slight uplift in his targets. I'm not taking that out, but I'll definitely try to trade George Kittle and get someone who's going to be more consistent. For me, for fantasy football, I'm Mr. Consistency. That's what I like. Last question. Hey, man, if you want, bring the questions on. I know we've been on for almost an hour and a half, but keep it coming, guys. I got you guys. Every single question, just like in the title of this video. Last question. Trade Kamara and Addison for Eckler. Man, at this point, do you really want to trade Kamara? This guy already has the most targets for running back, only playing 3 games. He's right there next to CMC. That's kind of hard. I'll try to keep Kamara for now. I think he's way too valuable right now. But I see you're still trying to get rid of Addison. I'll try to package with someone else. I don't know. Kamara's a hot hand. If you want to make that trade, I won't be mad at you. I think Eckler is going to be more consistent in the long run. But it's just kind of hard to see someone want to trade away Kamara. Should I start Amari Cooper or Tyler Lockett? I know a lot of these guys out here who are on YouTube. I know I'm on YouTube as well, but a lot of people are saying start Tyler Lockett. I think it's a big share going on. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, JSN. JSN's finally healthy, so I don't like that too much. But Amari Cooper should be a start guy. I wouldn't be mad if you start either or. I don't think you'll dig yourself in a hole, but I think Amari Cooper should, just because he is the wide receiver 1. Just for reference, we did pick out his stats earlier this show, but last week he comes off a bye. He has 8 targets, 14 and a half fantasy points. So I like that a lot. Yards per catch was 27. That's pretty good. I like this. I like Amari Cooper. That's just me. Hopefully we'll see. I don't say hopefully, but maybe we'll see Deshaun Watson back. Andrew says, Karen going down took out my flex. Pickens or Dante Foreman to fill his spot. I think I'm going to go Pickens here. I'm not going to Pickens. Geez, you're right. Way to put me to predicament. There's always that one question, right? Every single week. But Dante Foreman, I'm not too crazy on him this upcoming week. I mean, who would be, right? But I see how you're kind of in predicament. Do we have clarification that Roschon Johnson is not performing? I haven't received anything yet. If Johnson is not playing, I'm 100% starting Foreman. If not, I'm going to go Pickens. That's only if Johnson's not playing. That's still at risk. Mr. Prune, if the NFL completely reset and held a draft, which player is going first overall? This is a QB-driven league. I 100% the first overall pick will be Patrick Mahomes. Do I agree with that? Yes and no. I mean, QB lifespans are pretty long-lasting, but I don't know. I do think it'll be Patrick Mahomes. Window says, I can pick up Jacoby Myers. I haven't because I'm iffy, but if you guys got me thinking otherwise, him over Curtis Samuel, Puka, or Deontay Johnson. If you mean pick him up off of availability, I would 100% pick him up over Curtis Samuel. I like Curtis Samuel a lot. I liked him a lot last year. This year, we've seen back-to-back games with touchdowns. That's why I included him. But I think Jacoby Myers has a lot more upside than Curtis. A lot more. Username says, I mean, I'm not sure because it's the Bears defense and the Giants O-line I don't trust. Trust me, I'm with you 100% there. 100%. Kamara and Addison for CMC. Now we're talking a little bit, right? I think CMC and Eckler are close. If Eckler was healthy all throughout the season, I would go for it just because CMC is just like the fantasy guy, the face of fantasy this season. But still, I feel like you just still try to get rid of Addison. Definitely, I think it's an upgrade there because CMC, he gets all the targets, he gets the touchdowns, and he gets all the rushing attempts. I like it. I like it. I could be a little bit biased, just a little bit. Should I stash Jordan Mason? I said this earlier, and not this stream. So I said this earlier this week that Elijah Mitchell is the running back too. The reason why we've seen so much of Jordan Mason is because of injury with Elijah Mitchell. This week should be the first week Elijah Mitchell is 100%. So if CMC misses, which I don't think he will, that's the dude, Elijah Mitchell. Jordan Mason still getting a cut of that cake, 100%. But I don't think Jordan Mason's worth a stash. Because you have a lot of running backs out there in San Francisco. Should I keep David Montgomery? No. 100%. 100% you're keeping David Montgomery. What is with these cat picks? I just noticed that. Minibot, a username, or is this the same guy? But should I keep David Montgomery? Yes, 100% you should keep David Montgomery. Once he comes back, he's going to take back that workload. Even if he doesn't, even if he's sharing 50-50, this is something that I'm keeping. Definitely keeping David Montgomery. Or if you really want to, go out there and trade, but trade for someone elite. Trade for someone big time. 100%. But it looks like we just got to that last comment. So thank you all so much. Like I said, we've been live for an hour and a half now. I don't know if I have a countdown here live, but as always, in these live channels or these live shows for fantasy football, if there's a certain amount of time that passes by where we don't get a comment, we're going to go ahead and end the stream. So I do want to quickly remind you guys that, hey, we are doing a giveaway. It is a Darren Bland autographed mini helmet from the Dallas Cowboys, second-year corner who's been playing lights out as of late. So I think this is actually going to go up in value. This is worth $90 as the time of this video, and it does come with a letter of authenticity. You do have to subscribe to our channel, and you do have to find our most recent YouTube short and comment done. Or if you're being kind of lazy, just comment done here. I'll mark your name down. I'll do my best to remember. Windows says, appreciate it, but hey, appreciate you joining us here live, man. I got you. Don't worry. Like I said, if you want some more fantasy help, we're on Discord. Last minute questions. If something happens, someone gets injured, join our Discord. It is on our YouTube banner. It's absolutely free. A lot of our subscribers are on there, and we help each other out as well. Shake Zilla says, I hope I win. Hey, man, if I'm not going against you, I hope you win too. There's a lot of times where people ask me for advice, and they're going up against me that week, and I still give them the best advice that I can give. Doesn't matter if you're going up against me. Doesn't matter if you're in our leagues or if it's for a championship game. I'm always going to go out there and give my honest advice for you to win. So I hope everyone here in this chat wins. Colin, hello. What's going on, Colin? We've been on for over an hour and a half. We are reaching towards the end of our comments. So if you have any comments, please leave it down. I'll answer every single one of them. Should I trade Kyren Williams? Okay, so I said this a little earlier in the show. Kyren Williams is a trade player if and only if. If you're trading away Kyren. If you have a losing record, yes, you trade away Kyren Williams, but make sure it's worth it. If you have a winning record, personally, I'd stash Kyren Williams. Personally. Okay? But that's just me. I'm talking about that helmet. Oh, you want the Darren Bland helmet. This thing right here. Well, did you enter? I haven't checked our notifications yet. But remember, you have to enter to win. So go out there. Make sure you comment done on the most recent. I see you did that. Shakezilla commented done. So thank you so much. Let me go ahead and like your comment there. And as you can see, not a lot of people have answered this giveaway. So you have a great chance of winning. Great chance. And also, Shakezilla, if you want to double your chances of winning this giveaway, yes, double, even have a triple chance of winning this giveaway, meaning I'll put your name in multiple times. Join our Discord, and in there, this is what I'm going to tell you. If you could show proof that you helped someone find this channel and they subscribed, if someone that you know subscribed to this channel because of you, if you could show proof, we'll enter your name that many times. So let's say you go out there, you go, hey, mom, open up YouTube right now. I know you don't know how to use it, but open it up, subscribe to this channel, take a screenshot, take a picture, send it to us on the Discord. I'm going to enter your name in another time. And you could enter your name in multiple times, depending on how many times you get people to subscribe to this channel, and they got to stay subscribed, and we'll put your name in. You just got to show proof. So that's how. Colin says, okay, thank you so much. Hey, man, we got you. This is why we go live. As always, we do have a Discord. So if you have any more questions, join the Discord. I'll answer every single one of them. I promise you. My fiance gets mad at me because I'm always on my phone answering fantasy football questions. Sorry for being late to the stream. Hey, as long as you showed up, man. As long as you showed up, that's all that matters. Thank you so much for joining that stream. Hit that thumbs up button. It helps out a ton. Shakespeare says, shh, don't tell anyone how to answer multiple times. I want to win it. Hey, man, everyone has a fair chance unless you recommend people. Does done work on Twitch? You know what? I can't see. I'll go out there and check on Twitch. But if you're saying that you did it, let me put a little note down here on my notepad. Window Locker JP. I want to put your name down. So don't worry, Window. Like I said, if you want to answer multiple times, I just told you guys how to do so. I got horrible handwriting, by the way. I just told you guys how to do so. So go out there, higher your chances. This thing, we're such a small channel. We have no business whatsoever giving away stuff like this. No business. This is worth $90. Right off the bat. If you go out there to any website, Darren Bland, they're going to range from $90 to $130. We have less than 1,000 subscribers. What other channel is doing giveaways like this? It has a letter of authenticity, so it's 100% legit. No one else is doing this, you guys. Help us reach our goal. We'll hit 1,000. We're giving back to you guys every single time we hit a milestone. I think that's it. I think we just hit the last of our comments. So thank you all so much. I do want to say again, hopefully you guys win. I know it's a tough week for everyone out there. Oh, we got some more here. Vinny, hey man, I'm glad you caught us here towards the end of our show. It says, whoa, how do I answer the giveaway? Big Cowboys fan here. If you're a big Cowboys fan, this is how you answer. 1, you have to be subscribed to this YouTube channel. 2, just comment done. Just comment done right now. I'll mark your name down. We have a YouTube short that we are doing comments for. So our YouTube short, if you comment done there, I mark your name and we're going to announce the giveaway live tomorrow. Okay, so I'm going to, just in case, right? I'll mark your name down right now. And also, if you want to find multiple ways to win, you can enter your name as many times as you want, but this is how you do it. You join our Discord. The link is in our YouTube banner. Show proof that you encourage someone to view our YouTube channel, subscribe. So in other words, take a screenshot of one of your friends subscribing to our YouTube or being subscribed to our YouTube channel. They have to stay subscribed and we'll enter your name an additional time. I believe we got someone else on here. Windows says, this is my week's. Okay, we'll get, like I said, right after this, I get right on Discord and I help you guys out. But yeah, just comment done. Make sure you're subscribed and you get your name answered. We will be doing the announcement on who wins live on Monday. We will have a live podcast on Monday, 6:30 Central Time. That's just how you win. Like I said, we're such a small channel. We're just trying to grow. So go out there, hit that subscribe button, and that's how we do things. But I think this is the end of our podcast here or live stream. Sorry, I've been on for over an hour and a half, just me by myself. So it's a little tiresome. So thank you all so much. If you guys have any more questions, please ask us here in the comment section. Put it in the Discord. We answer every single one of them. Vinny says, subscribe, my man. Glad I popped in time. Yes, you did. I'm glad you did as well. Thank you for subscribing. We appreciate every single one of you guys out there. And until next time, keep on grinding.